The Shrine of Remembrance and the Australian War Memorial both hold artefacts and the story of the most significant Aboriginal servicemen within the Australian Army. Reginald Walter Saunders was the first commissioned Aboriginal officer, paving the way for many Aboriginals to achieve high-ranking roles within the armed forces. His story resonated with me because Reginald was an apolitical, level-headed leader who was just seeking recognition for his own honourable soldierly conduct. Reginald Walter Saunders was born on the 7th of August 1920. Reginald was a member of the Gurudjamari people, just outside the Farmingham Aboriginal Reserve in the Western District of Victoria. His mother died in 1924, leaving Reginald's father, a Great War veteran, as his sole legal guardian. His father and his mates often talked about the First World War. Reginald listened with ears as big as footballs, taking it all in. These conversations inspired Reginald and his younger brother Harry to later join the war effort. Reginald enlisted in the 2nd AIF 7th Battalion of the 6th Australian Division in April 1940. His excellent leadership skills, charming character, and sporting ability were quickly recognized by his commanding officers, consequently promoting him to sergeant. Saunders first saw combat in Libya, where he joined the battalion as a reinforcement. He took part in the continuing push to Benghazi. Then, on the 9th of April 1941, Reginald accompanied his battalion to Greece, suffering constant aerial bombardment, taking part in the fighting. The troops soon withdrew and made their way to Crete. Harry was now nearing his 18th birthday. Ambitious to enlist, he convinced the recruiting officer that he was old enough to join the 14th Battalion. Reginald and Harry met up while they were camped near each other in Palestine and took leave together in Jerusalem. In Crete, Reginald took part in the fighting against air attacks. This was another losing battle, which saw the British evacuation from the island. Saunders was one of several hundred troops left behind. Because of Reginald's dark complexion, he was able to hide on the island and pass himself off as being someone of Mediterranean descent. Unfortunately, he was secretly taken off the island by a British submarine in 1941. Soon after returning to Australia in August 1942, Reginald was posted back to the 7th Battalion and went to New Guinea, where he was posted to the Owen Stanley Range. It was while Reginald was serving in New Guinea that Harry was killed in action on the Kokoda Trail. It was also while he was in New Guinea that he was nominated for a promotion to a commissioned rank, the first ever Aboriginal Australian to have reached this level of command in the Australian Army. Reginald Walter Saunders survived the war and continued military service, acting as a commanding officer in the Korean War until his death on the 2nd of March 1990. I respect Saunders because of his leadership, because he was able to pursue his military career despite the death of his brother.